All right. Let's see here. All right. What is going on? Let's see. Well, if you're watching the playback, um, today I posted a video that was very, I don't know, pretty, very, very close to um, Josh over at American AF. His video that he just posted, we just kind of um, both both kind of posted the same baseline thought today. And for me, dealing with my own stuff going on, um, trying to just find ways to get more traction with the business. That's just been my more recent situation. So finding out the best way to actually acquire more customers, even in slow periods, and just not being willing to just say, well, blaming the industry, blaming other people, just all of that. So, just so you do know, I am going to be getting off of this live uh, within an hour because I believe Josh is going to be going on the Sonoma Strong YouTube channel. They're going to be going live, I believe, at 7 my time, 6 o'clock Central Time, I believe. So I'm going to be shutting it down no matter what at 7 o'clock my time, so that anybody who is watching can go immediately over to Sonoma Strong's live stream and being able to go there. So, what's going on, Chris James? How's it going, sir? Glad to have you here. Yeah. I'm going to probably be posting November numbers, and really just seeing what's going on. How is this year going to end? I'm hoping for a six figure gross year. I think it's going to be somewhat close, depending on obviously the next 3 weeks. Um, I'm curious to see how Christmas goes compared to last year. I'm going to be looking at those numbers, Christmas through New Year's, to see what happens with that. Um, Also, in general, I do want to start, like, on my calendar each year. I do want to start reporting and recording what days we actually get snow. So then you can see it snows on this day. There's several days where maybe there's not that many dumpsters going out at all, or whatever that looks like. So that is my thought as far as being up here in Indiana, where we may have snow for a week. We may have snow that doesn't melt at all, and then we get more snow. And then what do you do? How many residential customers are actually going to be renting a dumpster in the meantime? Excuse me. Compared to commercial guys. Let's see if I'm saying that right. The Bodia Services. I'm sure I'm butchering that. What is going on, man? Glad to have you here. I am just finishing the day. I just picked up my 17, dropped off a 10, and dropped off my 15 today. So literally only two. I did have a customer over the weekend, pretty kind of a bizarre situation. I had a guy who called who was kind of nervous, very, very nervous on the phone about the whole thing. Oh, okay. For reference, it's pronounced as Tib Thibodeau. Okay. Tib Thibo Thibodeau. No, I'm doing live streaming. So basically, let's see here. That's it. Okay, cool. So uh this customer, he called, hey, I need one dumpster, maybe two. So I show up to this house and it's not him there, the owner, but it's actually somebody else who was there. And so I was like, hello. And they were throwing stuff from the house into the garage, and the garage was completely filled with when I went to actually pick this up. I dropped it off. Nobody was there. Garage doors closed. I go to pick it up, and the entire garage is a mountain. I mean, we're talking 4 or 5 feet tall, a like double or triple wide garage. And then the house is filled with everything. The lady who was helping do all the cleaning out and everything, she walked me through the house, and apparently it was an older couple. They lived there for a very long time. One of them passed away, and then just everything was just left. And apparently the guy bought the house off of paying back taxes or whatever, acquired the house from that, and the whole house was just filled with just everything. Also, a whole room of dolls and rocking chairs. So if that freaks you out at all, there was apparently some of the workers did not want to mess with that. But walk me through the whole house. We're talking easily 100 yards of a. I mean, we're talking at least 240s, probably more. They filled up my 15 cubic yard dump trailer in like an hour. Couple guys, I guess. They apparently they just left. The lady, contacted the guy. Was like, yeah, we already filled up the one dumpster, and he was just shocked. He could not believe it. So that's when I showed up. I went to pick it up. He asked to go dump it and return it to take care of the rest of the debris. And I'm like, take care of the rest of the debris? We're what? No. I did walk through that property, and we're literally talking at this point, maybe another 240s, and just in incredible amount. And I talked with the lady. I said, hey, most homeowners, most people, not seeing this every day. When things are spread out thin, it doesn't look like it's that much. But when you do start putting things together in big piles, it adds up like it's nobody's business. So I said, I understand why you might have thought that, but this is my thought to you, my recommendation. It's going to take a lot more loads. And so I said, listen, I don't think you're going to like the prices if you go with somebody else. I'm willing to give you a slight little discount per dumpster if I'm able to service the property and take care of things. If that's what's needed, I will be willing to help. So as of right now, we are 4 dumpsters in, and I'm pretty sure we have quite a bit to go. So what that's 415. So we're looking at 60 yards. And when I say 60, four loads, I'm being very gracious. Just they are certainly going above the rail line by a little bit, and normally that's okay as long as things aren't going to be flying out. Also, it is very, very close to the transfer station, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, this situation, when I told him, listen, I think we're literally looking at 5, 6, maybe a 7th overall. He started laughing and just could not believe it that I was serious. And I'm just like, sir, this is, I asked him at one point, I was like, have you been to the property and seen everything? He's like, no, I'm not there. I haven't seen it in a long time. And okay, well, there's some pretty big piles. You might, ask your workers to maybe send you some pictures, because it really is a pretty massive house that just, it's man, it was probably 3,000 plus square feet. Not a hoarder living in there, but just every room, every piece of the wall, everything was filled up to a certain degree. So anyways, that was today. I dropped off another one. I'm assuming we'll have at least a few more out of that load. And yeah, it's been interesting. I do have my Google Ads running right now. So that is a functioning thing. Um, I'm able to track that a little bit better than I was the Facebook ads. That DRS was running, the retargeting ads from DRS. I'm also right now, I haven't shared this or whatever, but I am taking a online course, and maybe you might say, oh, you shouldn't have to pay for a course like this. There's enough information online, but I wanted a whole course to step by step walk me through, hold my hand like I don't know anything at all, and to a certain degree that's true, of running Facebook ads, because I really have had good success. Me stumbling around when I first started, bringing in customers through Facebook, at least in my area. And so that's the deal. I'm paying for an online course for Facebook ads, walking through it, literally holding my hand through the whole process of what a campaign really looks like for Facebook, how to do it, and then I would just plug in my own creative content to do that. So basically, creating the funnel of the whole process of drawing in people who engage with your stuff, people who add to cart, people who eventually repurchase, and then retargeting those people later on. So that's the deal right now. Going through that, I've got the door hangers going out. Mostly, I've not been able to put those out because I've been in real rural areas to where I haven't had. I'm not going to drive a mile down the road to put a door hanger. I want to be very specific where I'm putting these door hangers. I want people to actually literally see the dumpster a few houses down, look at the door hanger, and go, "Oh, well, my neighbor trusted them. I could talk with my neighbor. Maybe they even know the neighbor." So that's my thought process with that, as far as that goes. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. We got 4 people in here. If you want to shout out what's going on with you and your business, if you have a dumpster rental business or whatever, reach out. Let me know if you want to. If you have any questions, I'm an open book. I'll share all the blood and guts of the business, whatever you want to see. But yeah, just wanted to hop on here. It's been a little bit since I've done a live stream, but yeah, I put that video out today about just a personal accountability. I really think that we seemingly at every chance we have, people will, and there's not to say I've never done that before, but seemingly when we want to take the easy way out, we blame other people, we blame the industry, we blame everybody in the world besides ourselves, and really holding ourselves to a higher standard of seeking out information, of trying and testing new things, having the patience and the creativity to ask more and more questions. And ultimately, I think that one of the biggest things that maybe a pro and a con across the board is business owners, pride themselves on a lot of different things. And I think that's a great thing to a certain extent. But when you are completely run by pride, when you think you're the best thing in the whole wide world, and maybe people wouldn't say that specifically, but they're thinking it to a certain degree. And when you're running off of that fuel, that pride, and you're not willing to admit, maybe I don't have everything figured out. Maybe there's some stuff I could learn. Maybe there's other people I could ask. If you're not willing to do that, and you've arrived, but yet you literally haven't, there's nowhere to go. Like, that is the end of the line for you. So it's great if if what you're doing is working, but if you can't ask questions, if you're not willing to humble yourself and admit, okay, maybe there's some other people who know some stuff too. Let's collaborate. Let's talk through stuff. Let's ask questions. Let's, put stuff together. My business took off like a rocket. Oh, awesome. 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 Did you already have any previous business experience? Um, Man, that is great to hear. For me, my start looked very different probably than most people. Um, I I took so long to research the whole industry, look at my current area. I still have them either written down on the notes on my computer or on my phone, one of the two. Where I was just doing research of how many companies are there, how looking at their website, how many dumpsters do they have overall, like looking at the population of my area, all those things. I took a very long time, probably longer than most, probably due to just insecurity and being scared, and not being decisive and making that decision. Um, One could at least say that. But I took a long time, and then I finally bought the trailer, my first dump trailer. Drove down to Texas, picked up my big Tex 15-yard dumpster dump trailer, bought that, brought it home, and then it literally sat for well over a month, probably two. Excuse me. It just sat there. And it took some time for me to I built a sketchy website, didn't know what I was doing there. I was a fish out of water. I mean, it was probably rough. The me today, looking back at the me back then, would probably just slap myself in the face. Like, ignorance is a real thing. And I didn't know what was going on. And I didn't necessarily know where to ask questions. And so yeah, I took my sweet time. And in the middle of wintertime, and I made videos about why I was at the time grateful that I started in the wintertime. Literally, I bought the trailer, and then it was a um very challenging situation in the wintertime in Indiana with snow on the ground. I didn't have a logo on the dump trailer. Nobody knew I existed. I think I eventually figured out Google My Business to make that, to get on some of those other free uh, website and apps that you would want to have your business on. And yeah, just took quite some time to get those things figured out. And then finally, February, at the end of February and then into March, things started to pick up. Um, no business experience, just a lot of research, man. That is great. Free, the time it takes to research, to scale your business, to grow, to put things in place so that people can find you, to even know you existed. Having Louis Vandervalk do my website and adding online booking was the turning point. Awesome. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm really happy. To be honest, I'm really happy with DRS. I finally went with DRS after having my sketchy website that couldn't do payment processing, that couldn't do bookings, but it was just more of a funnel, a really bad funnel. And then from that website that I created, which took way too long, over to DRS, and having honestly the inventory system. I don't know if you're able to on your website if you have an inventory system, but even with two, before I got the two 10-yard cans added to it, having that inventory system is just it's been such a blessing just to make sure I'm not overbooking myself. As of right now, I could have six dumpsters rolling. Two of those being my buddies who I rent out, and we split the profit on that together. So four of my own, two of his. Trying to manage six without an inventory system, guaranteed I would overbook myself. I'm sure I came very close to overbook myself when I just had two. Um, that may be very pathetic, but it's the truth, and that all the more reason why I'm grateful to have that booking system, or scheduling, inventory, whatever you want to say, set up. Chris V, what's going on? Glad to have you here. Just hopping on here. Before, if you don't already know, over at American AF, dumpsters. Josh is going to be going live, so we are going to be shutting the party down over here right before 7 o'clock. So you can just jump right over to Sonoma Strong there. But yeah, anybody have any questions or anything going on? In the meantime, I might hop over to DRS and just kind of look at. I'll share my November numbers. Let's see. Okay. So far my highest, my highest month, which is kind of shocking, to me, was October. My highest amount of dumpster rentals was 38. And then the gross number, dump fees, fuel, all that taken out of that. Always, I always want to put the disclaimer. I'm not saying I have 13,000. It's $13,500 sitting in my bank account. A good percentage of that was immediately gone. But yeah, 13.5 was the best month ever so far. And then November that we just closed out, I had 30 rentals, so definitely dropped down from 38 down to 30. That's still above average for the year, certainly. The first part of the year, 4 months of the year, definitely was nowhere close to that. Let's see. You use Docket, and the online booking has the inventory and scheduling system. Awesome. Yeah. Man, just keeping things straight, keeping things in line and knowing what's going on. I think that's huge. So yeah, November was 30 dumpsters, and the gross number for November was hair over 12,000. So 12,062 bucks and some change. That was November. And so far in December, I'm at 5. So just, my old, the progression of my dumpster business started off, I want to get one a week or whatever. I think it was at least one a week, one rental a week when I had just one dumpster. And then it was, let's do 10 a month. Can I do 10 rentals a month? And then eventually I got the second dumpster. And then it just kind of went progressively, 20 a month, and now 30. And now I've come close to hitting 40 the 1 month there last month or October. So that was the new high, the new goal, to keep pushing those numbers up. Let's see here. So yeah, at this point, the new low it's weird as you build your business up, your lows are higher than your lows from before. You would assume. And so my new low, or my own mentality, my mindset is I want to have a dumpster for every day of the month. So December 31st, so 31 days in December. I'm going to be shooting for 31 rentals this month. I don't think that's going to happen. I would love for it to happen, but I'm not holding my breath on that. Unless something crazy happens. So that is my new low. So if I go below one dumpster rented out every single day, I've got knots in my stomach. That's just where I'm at now. For the year now, strictly gross numbers, which it does not seem real each time I look at this, but my total number of dumpsters rented out so far, we've still got what's left of December. Who knows what's going to happen with the rest of December, but we're looking at 279 rentals. I didn't get, so I technically had 2.5 with one of my buddies, 17 yards able to be rented out for the whole year. And then I didn't add the other 2 10-yard cans until late, September. So only a third of the year, I guess, having 4 of my own actually rolling out there in the public. So So 279 rentals for the year. And then let's see. A-Ton Hauling, what's going on, man? Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Oh dear. um Reading the comments there. And then the gross numbers so far for 2022, we are looking at 91,980. So almost $92,000 gross, minus a lot of other goodies, of course. If I'm somehow able to get another 8 grand squeezed into the rest of this year, another 3 and some change weeks, I would be shocked. The best kind of shocked, but that is the deal. Oh, face of A-Ton Hauling. I have 2 phones. Okay, so you're watching from both accounts. Oh my word. Well, I appreciate the viewership there. Wow. I guess hit the like button on both accounts, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of currently where I'm at for this year. What we're looking at about right at 92 grand so far. We'll see what happens the last couple weeks of the year. I am still trying to get the plows up and running. I'm waiting to get the Ford truck back to be able to get that pumping. But we shall see. I appreciate that, man, for the likes. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just been a process. The amount of hype and excitement I have for this upcoming springtime, having the right process in place, just trying to figure things out now and prepare for the springtime. I am so hyped. I'm not even excited about the money. I mean, that's definitely a thing. And that would be great, but being able to see a business functioning and things be a smooth transition, having my ducks in a row or whatever you want to say, that's what I'm most excited about to see the baby that I created and put just about everything into at one point or another, and literally just trying to get things pieced together, and watching it just go, to see that happen. My Google My Business, I'm at the top of every keyword just about. I've got the Google ads running. I hopefully will definitely already have my, to a lesser degree than the Google ads, my Facebook ads running as well after I go through this course that I'm paying for. And I'll definitely share the results from that. There's a good reason why I have not talked really about my how I'm advertising, is because I'm still trying to figure stuff out, which is why I made that video earlier today. So literally just trying to get things pieced together. Hey, what's going on, Josh? Hey, I will be cutting this live stream for you guys, you and Sonoma Strong, at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock your time. So I am the few people that are actually here. I want to be sending them straight over to you guys on your live stream. So yeah. Let's see. Looking forward to seeing the plow setup. Yeah. So I have a Boss plow. It's a V plow where it hinges on both sides or whatever. And then I've got a straight plow that is the one is a V plow, Boss plow, and then the other one is a Heinecker, something like that. Straight plow. I think it's an 8-foot plow. So I'm trying to get that going as quickly as I can. I have just got to figure out the electrical side of these stupid plows. It's got to be something just so stupid, but anyways, hoping those plows get going, and I'm able to get that rolling, and hopefully for not that much money, because rushing to put a bunch of money into a process that I may not see snow. I may not see that much snow. I may not have the customers to actually want me to service that, take care of their driveways as far as snow removal. So like there's so many, like, if this doesn't happen, the process and the links shut down. Like I'm not going to have any income if there's not that much snow, if I don't have the customers, if I'm not able to get in front of their eyeballs right before the snow comes down, right before, there's so many steps where the domino effect could be, just washed away. So that's my concern. I did make several videos over on TikTok, or at least one or two, talking about that. My name on TikTok is Daniel Helper, where I talked about literally people recommending, oh, you'll go get a truck with a plow, go get some plows, make some money. You'll make a lot of money that way. Like, dude, I already have 2 plows. They're not currently working right now due to electrical stuff. But is that the best use of the dollars I do have in this lower season without having a really solid customer acquisition, process in place to bring in snow customers when I've never talked about it? None of my customers know anything about that. Like, I feel like that's a bigger long-term play than you might think. Let's see. I'm looking forward to see. Oh yeah. American AF. Haha, appreciate that. No worries either way. Just wanted to stop by and show my support. I love the channel, brother. We got to hook up soon. Yes, sir. As far as advertising, it's a crazy fine line we have to walk to make sure we spend just as much, but not too much, dude. I'm just dying. I think right now, so DRS, of course, they charge $247 a month, or at least at my tier or whatever of it. So $247 a month, which I don't know why they don't just charge $250, but whatever. $247 a month, and then I'm at $600 a month right now. That seems like plenty to me, but the cost per click for Google versus Facebook or other platforms, I'm assuming it's much higher, the cost of that. So when I was talking to, I can't remember his name, one of the main dudes for the Google ads, he was talking about, definitely closer to 1,000 if possible. With the winter months being here, you're probably going to have more. It's going to take a little bit more cash to really bring in those customers. And then also, you're not actually able to, if they were to click through that link, but let's say on the website they call instead of reserving a dumpster and paying right through there. My understanding is that that's not trackable. So some of these phone calls, they might be, Google ad clicks. I do get, quite a bit of calls on a regular basis. And I might do a video on that. How many I'm going to go through my Grasshopper call log and walk through a month's time worth of phone calls. And I believe that they've got the history. You can look online for that. So I might make a video about that as well. Just talking through, how many phone calls should you expect? I don't know. When you have Google ads running, when you, at least for me, Google My Business, all that stuff. So, man, there's so much to this. It's just ridiculous. Like you said, that balancing act of being able to, are you spending too much? Are you not spending enough? And if you're not spending enough, like, man, you're only going to have a certain amount of eyeballs. And I know in my area, there's plenty. Well, there are so many ads. The first full page for my area is Waste Management Republic. I believe Hometown Dumpsters. I've seen those. I know. Oh my word, I forgot. Life's Apprentice. He uses Hometown. And then I think there's a few other ones. And then like scrolling all the way down, then there's Google My Business, which thankfully I'm at the top of Google My Business for just about every term. But then my website, because I'm not doing SEO and I don't know a thing too much about it. I think I was on like page 5 last time I scrolled down, just organically. But like Google My Business was my only thing before adding the Google Ads. So that's a tough crowd to be in as far as getting clicks. American AF, $10 a week per dumpster has been my magic number, huh? That has seemed to work on effective campaigns, but you have to spend the time on Google to identify negative keywords. It has to be a daily routine, but that number fluctuated based on a ton of factors, keyword, competition, landing page, etc. So, gotcha. Man, I definitely have not messed with anything as far as the negative keywords. So I know you can go into that, even though DRS is technically running them, at least for me. I can still go to my Google My Business or Google Ads backend and see what's going on. So I may look into that, and I'll probably watch some YouTube videos looking into that. Thank you for mentioning that. Spend the time on Google to identify the negative keywords. It has to be a daily routine. Man, I'm going to add that to the list. There's so much to do. Oh, and apparently, unfortunately, plenty of time that I may or may not have this winter to be studying, and instead of rolling dumpsters out. So we shall see how that goes. Man, yeah, there's so many factors. With anything. I mean, we are competing at such a large scale. It's not just in the one video I talked about with like broker stuff. Like it's literally not just the people you see at the transfer station or the dump or whatever. You're competing with all these brokers who aren't even physically there, and their fee, that's the sort of indirect competition, and they've got their stuff in order rolling. And so if you're caught without knowing what you're doing, your ducks in a row with the Google keywords and all that, like I'm currently in that situation. And the truth is, ultimately, like there's not unlimited customers every day of the week in my area. Like I don't live in a million plus population, area or region or whatever. Lafayette, Tippecanoe County, we've got Purdue, the Purdue Boilermakers. Yeah. Even though we just got destroyed by Michigan, gold and black, baby. With Purdue and West Lafayette, and that's 50,000 Purdue students, a lot of rentals. That's one of the things I want to specifically target next year. People who are renters, people who are landlords, cleaning out houses and all those things as far as junk removal and other things. I really want that to be one of the big targets for this next season. But altogether, Lafayette side, oh my word, the Wabash River kind of divides Lafayette and West Lafayette, where I live. And when Purdue's in session, they have, I believe, like almost 100,000 now. And Lafayette has over 100,000. I think the last time I heard was like 120, 130. So altogether, we're at 200 and some change, but it's a little deceptive with the college aspect of it. But a lot of dorms and stuff, so it's not as big as you might think. But so that's my market, and so I'm going to be doing what I can for that. But I absolutely know if I'm getting 30, almost last month, what did I say? Excuse me. My best month. Yeah. Okay. October, 38 rentals. November I had 30. So I definitely dropped. So 30 rentals, there's more than 30 people. There's more than at any given time. People are moving, people are passing away, people are getting foreclosed on. Like there's more than if 30 rentals is 10%, like there's more than 300 people moving or doing something. Like it's still I mean it I don't know what you want to say. Being okay or satisfied with just 30 rentals in a month. I know there's more meat on the bone, and I can take a good piece of that away from certainly the bigger boys and all that. I know I could do it. I know I want to. It's now just hunting that down and going after it. So, yeah, that's the deal. A ton negative keywords is interesting. Yeah. I think I remember you, Josh. I remember you mentioning that in a few other videos, just very briefly. And my memory might be failing me, but I really haven't heard that many people talk about that. So that's got to be a thing. I'm gonna look into that afterwards, or while I'm listening to you guys on your live stream here in a little bit. Just as a reminder, in 17 minutes, if you're watching, I'm going to be shutting this party down, and you can go over to Sonoma Strong's YouTube channel. They're going to be interviewing Josh, who's in the comments there, American AF Dumpsters. He's going to be talking through a whole bunch of goodies. So I'll be watching that as soon as I hop off here. But that negative keyword stuff. And I'm assuming like it's similar to just like keywords for YouTube, keywords for whatever you're talking about, even over on TikTok, like literally seeing what's connected and what's not connected as far as different ways of phrasing things. Like all that matters so much because you're feeding a computer that has to figure out who to present these things to and who specifically not to present these ads to, whatever the video is or the actual ad or whatever that may be. I mean that it can't read minds. I mean it's what the AI aspect of it, where it's able to figure out associate this type of person who clicks and spends time on a website is similar to this person over here. Okay, let's send the ad over here to that person. All that kind of stuff. But man, that's just such a deep dive. I do know the Facebook ads that the course that I'm paying for. It has a Google ad component to it. I'm not holding my breath on that. The Facebook ad was the primary portion of the whole bundle or whatever it was that I paid for. If nothing else, I'm going to get some information and some knowledge from this course that I'm taking. But ultimately, and I'll probably make a video about this in the future as well, but like if you're not spending money on yourself, investing in yourself as a business owner, like you've got to, I feel like you just have to. I went to JunkCon in North Carolina, and it had nothing to do with dumpsters specifically, but there were so many things that laid over as a business owner, as dealing with customers, as ways to reach out with advertising, like the door hangers that I already started doing. Like all these things, like if you're not investing in yourself as a business owner, whether it's taking courses or going to events and doing these things all over, like your business might be growing, but you yourself are maybe not so much growing. You're playing catch up as the business grows, and then you're seeing the lack of what do you want to say? The business sense that you're lacking as you're trying to keep up with your business. And I feel like, man, I don't want to be caught where my business is growing bigger, but I'm the pain point. I'm the problem in the business. I'm the one that's slowing it down. So to the degree I can afford to, financially or time wise, I want to be learning and growing and building the knowledge I have, so that I'm not the person who's the pain point in the funnel in the process. American AF, exactly. It's super simple. First, you identify your keywords: dumpster, dumpster near me, negative keywords: landfill, cheap, metals, concrete, things you don't want to spend money on. Negative keywords are just as important as actual keywords. Otherwise, you're just giving Google money for nothing. I'm assuming, Josh, that the Google ads, they're able to tell you what you already have spent money on for those certain keywords. I set it up, and I maybe have gone back to Google ads like once or twice. I have not actually done what you're literally talking about. So are you able to see like the dollars and cents of what went to those certain keywords as far as clicks from those keyword searches, or is it just kind of a broad brush? I guess I'll find out here soon when I look at it. But um, man, yeah, I do not want to be associated with landfill or cheap or metals or concrete. Um, I've painfully done concrete jobs, but I can't even talk about it. Being overloaded with concrete, it's just the worst thing in the world. Uh, um, Chris, I've had a couple small retail stores. Store closures. Oh wow. Chris. I'm assuming that's got to be uh pretty big jobs. Even a small retail store, like you've got to have lots and lots of product in there, or at least equipment and holding stuff in there to be at a store. So that's got to be a pretty solid job there, man. If it's a word you don't want to be associated with, make it a negative. Okay, yeah. So I guess I might like write down on my whiteboard or something, just go through the list of things I don't want to be. Um, Man, I'm thinking now. Hmm. I wonder if there's got to be some information that would like help you. I wonder. I don't know. Um, my wheels are slowly turning here. Let's see. Have you had any leads with the door hangers? A ton, not yet. That's not incredibly shocking so far, because more recently, since I got those door hangers, like the first day or two, I forgot to put them in my trucks. So that was just completely on me. But since then, I've only had rentals that were in places really far away from other houses. So I didn't want to put door hangers like a mile down the road when they might not even know that neighbor, like just some weird places. So with not that many people around at all. So the answer is no to that. But as soon as I get my first person, or first contact or anything, when I'm asking the customer, hey, how did you hear about us? Blah, 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 blah. I will be making a video and screaming from the rooftop, let's go, baby. That's going to happen for sure. Yeah, nothing yet, nothing yet. But better believe it's going to get real when it does happen. And I do think that even in the wintertime, that's going to be a possibility with a personal touch. I do have on the back of those, if you go back to that video there, on the back, I don't have one in front of me now, but they're downstairs, but or some of them are. The back of the card shows my smaller 10-yard can. And I on the place I specifically did not want to show just the dump trailers. I wanted to show dump trailers and cans, but I didn't want to say like, oh yeah, 10 through 17 cubic yard cans is what I offer, because at some point I'm going to be getting a 20 and hopefully expanding in larger sizes. So to the degree that I can with an under CDL truck. So that's part of the process. But with that smaller 10-yard can, one of the things that I'm really anticipating is smaller projects for a cheaper price in the cold months. People that do have stuff they need to get rid of, but they wouldn't want to rent a big dumpster for a bigger project. If they have a smaller project they're not going to be spending hours and hours outside loading up a 15, a 17, maybe even a 20-yard dumpster. I'm hoping with colder weather that these smaller cans I'm able to flip just as quick as I need to for those. So that's one of my predictions. I hope I'm right, or I hope I'm wrong in the other way, or I'm still running out the bigger ones too. But I'm assuming with colder months ahead here, that the smaller size dumpsters will be turning quicker than my larger ones. Mr. Trash Dumpster Reynolds, what's going on? Glad to have you here. Very good, very good. We're just chatting through everything. We've got 8 minutes until Josh over at American AF is going to be live on Sonoma Strong's the junk removal that channel over there. They're going to be going live with him there. So I'm going to be shutting this party down in maybe just in like 5 minutes or so. So I can get over there and watch too. But he's going to be interviewed over there. Should be a good time. And over here we're just chatting about a whole bunch of goodies. But today, myself and American AF kind of post about the same kind of thing of people just talking about taking their own personal accountability or the lack of taking their own accountability for their business and really just owning it, like the good, the bad, the ugly, and just dealing with reality. People who are unwilling to adjust, to pivot. That's not just everywhere in my life over here is one way, but in this dumpster business, it's another way. I'm acting completely different. Personal accountability in business only bleeds over from your personal life. And so seemingly it's my guess, my position that those who don't take accountability for their own actions in general in their personal life, and they got into this dumpster rental business back when things kind of blew up as far as the gig economy, as far as people working for themselves, being self-employed or being a business owner, even though like myself, like I don't have employees. I own the business technically, but everything is on my shoulders. You can talk big all you want, but if you're the only person doing the work, like you're still just an employee, but what is it? A business owner trades a 40-hour work week to be able to work 80 hours or something. I'm sure I've worked 80 plus hours most weeks, and it just is what it is. We've got to own our stuff, and if we're not, we need to take a hard look in the mirror to adjust and to really make a change. It's really sad. I constantly see these people selling the roll-off trailers with 3, 4, 5 bins. They say that they've got another opportunity to go, and that's going to be bigger money, and it's what they want to do. But I'm sorry, I just at a certain point, I wish the best for them, whatever they're doing, truthfully. But I don't believe that everybody just got into this business and then just decided, oh, there's better things ahead. There's other options. I feel like there's a number of people, even now, still trickling off from 2 years ago when a lot of people started, myself included, that they're just slowly just dropping off because they couldn't and they were unwilling to adjust and make changes. So, man, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but we've got to be able to adjust. Every time someone points a finger at someone else, there's three fingers pointing right back at them. Absolutely. It is what it is. In RV transport, what I've done for the last 6 years, which I'm going to be making a video about this in the future here, but that was my main income. I was part-time, bringing home about $1,000 a week. So $4,000 a month, paying most of the bills. My wife works too, full-time. But that was the income. That has been gone for over 2 months. We're pushing 3 months. Poof, gone. I have nothing. There are loads to California, to Canada, all places that I'm not willing to go because I'm going to be here to do this job, or maybe I have some people willing to fill in, sort of, to take care of dumpsters occasionally, but I can't constantly depend on that, and I don't want to be across the whole country. So, normally I would have shorter loads, but basically, I just lost my whole train of thought, but I went from that and then having this side hustle, which was ultimately the goal has always been to scale this business up. But I went from full time, this job, and also doing, this job just like a madman, 14, 15 hours driving 4 or 5 days a week, making things just work, to nothing of that, and me just trying to survive off of this and other side little gigs and stuff that I do. I am not too proud to do DoorDash, Grubhub, any other delivery apps, stuff like that. I will do whatever it takes to make things work, to pay the bills and do what I can to take care of my family, my wife and I. And it's just been, it's been a process. It's going to work. Like I mentioned in today's video, it's just a matter of time. It's going to happen, whether I like it or anybody else likes it or not. So, yeah, man. I'm going to hop off here. We got 2 minutes till countdown. Good luck, Josh. Everybody, let's hop off here. Go over to Sonoma Strong's YouTube channel. He's going to be live on there. If you don't know who that is somehow, they've got a pretty big channel. Go to Josh's American AF Dumpsters right here in the comments. Go to his community tab, and he posted a link to the live stream video that's going to be going live, that's scheduled. So I'm going to shut this party down. Guys, have a good one. I will be watching over there as well. Have a great day. See ya.